Welcome to using Gate Developer. Gate Developer, a component of the General Architecture for Text Engineering suite, combines an application development environment with a graphical user interface, enabling you to bring together a wide range of tools to perform text engineering on one or more source documents. This tutorial leads you step by step through a simple Gate Developer annotation project. Each module builds upon the previous one. Let's start with the user interface. Launch Gate to display the basic screen layout of the Gate Developer user interface. On the left is the Resources pane. On the right is the Display pane. The Resources pane lists all of the elements currently available to do text engineering. The first time you open Gate Developer, there are 4 items listed in the Resources pane. Applications are groups of processes that run on a single document or a group of documents. Language resources are documents or document collections to be annotated. A collection is called a corpus in Gate. Language resources also can be schema that define labels for use in manual annotation or ontologies that organize data. For example, a schema could direct an annotator to label the words dollar, euro, and yen as money. Processing resources are the annotation tools that operate on unstructured text within the documents. Data stores are specialized files where documents and processing resources are kept to preserve them for future use. Applications, language resources, and processing resources have many parameters, which can be set either at initialization or at runtime. As we discuss each task, we'll explain the parameters necessary for that task. To the right of the Resource pane, we have the Display pane. It contains whatever elements you are currently working with. When you open Gate for the first time, this pane typically only displays a system message or two. Before we get into the details on using Gate Developer, let's look at some global setup options. Choosing options on the menu bar presents 2 items, Configuration and Input. Input changes the default input language from English to one of 30 choices. From the Options menu, click on Configuration. The Gate Options dialog box appears, displaying the Appearance tab. On the Appearance tab, you may set the desired font and skin, display design, for Gate windows and dialogs. From the top of the Options dialog box, click on the Advanced tab to see several important settings. Selecting Include Annotation Features ensures that all aspects of every annotation are saved with the Annotation Results file. We'll discuss annotation features in detail later in this tutorial. For now, this option can be ignored. Add space on Markup Unpack optimizes text organization for display when reading HTML or XML documents. Select this option if your imported documents are hard to read. Save Options on Exit saves your selections from this dialog box when you leave the application. This option is selected by default. When the Save Session on Exit is activated, Gate will remember all the resources you have loaded at the end of a session and will reload them when Gate is started again. Append and Prepend determine how Gate Developer adds text to documents when that text is inserted between 2 annotations. Append inserts the text immediately after the annotation to the left of the cursor. Prepend inserts the text immediately before the annotation to the right of the cursor. Append is the default setting. We won't change that for this tutorial. And finally, Browser Used determines which browser you use to view the Gate User's Guide and help files. We will leave it set to Default Browser, which will use your system default browser. We've now examined the basic layout of Gate Developer and reviewed its general configuration.